What's up, you guys? Speed Tech Reviews back in another video. In today's video, I'm collaborating once again with my friends from FIFINE over some microphones. So if you've seen my old video from way back when, we talked about the AM8 microphone, which was a phenomenal microphone for its price point. It's USB powered. You can connect to XLR and all that fun stuff. It's got gain control, cardioid polar pattern. This was a great microphone for the price when it comes to gaming, having that RGB aesthetic. It's great. So what FIFINE has done now, and what they've kindly sent to me to compare for you guys, is this big guy. Well, it's only big because it contains the boom arm, but this is the AM8 Pro T. And what makes this different, it's got an included boom arm that has RGB lighting that's changeable. It's got dual USB and XLR connectivity for more of a professional sound per se. Or if you want to just plug and play, you have the USB-C power. I believe it's gonna be USB-C because it's standard. We got 3-in-1 audio control in here. You can monitor your audio. So let's test this out, open it up, see if there's any mic quality differences between the two, and see what's gonna fit your setup better or what's a better bang for your buck. Let's get into it. So here we have book cover, mic stand, foam, and the classic M8. More foam, and USB-C to USB-A, along with the adapter right here. Take that off, and you have USB-C. Pretty cool. I like how they do it this way. Here's where the RGB is going to be at. You have your XLR connector, USB-C connection, monitoring headphone jack, your gain knob, your mute button. So yeah, I'm gonna check this out. We're gonna unbox the other one, of course, and then we're gonna test out how they sound. All right, so this is obviously bigger, and I guess I can show you the entire box on the camera frame. Cool. So this is the AM8 Pro T, and we're going to, all right, so here is the AM8 Pro T. Looks a lot different and a lot, I think, well, I wouldn't say it's, well, yeah, it's bigger. The memory foam here is bigger, mic cover. We have a knob here. I imagine 4 different things, because it's different from the other one where you had a clear headphone knob for gain control, and then you had the mic gain control. So this is different, and it looks like you might be able to use the one knob for those 3 different things by probably pressing this button, and that changes what the function is for it. We have a RGB light here at the bottom. You can see here your USB-C connection, your headphone monitoring, and your XLR cable for a more professional sound. And these aren't removable. Well, yeah, they are. So you can see the capsule on here is pretty big. And if we compare it to the regular M8, it's a little smaller. So different size condensers that will probably result to different results in sound quality, I would imagine. But let's see. So included, of course, is the USB-A/USB-C cable for the monitor boom arm. And I imagine this is to power its RGB function, which you can see right here. This is where the RGB lighting will be coming from. Cool, cool. And here you have your USB-A/USB-C wire for your microphone for the plug and play USB connection. So let's get these set up and see how they sound compared to each other, and check out the new features of the M8 Pro T, where this knob has different functions than its predecessor. So I lost function, or the volume was muted while recording this portion of the video. So you are now hearing the AM8 Pro T as I record this voiceover talking about what I think I said in this clip. And basically what I'm showing you is I'm pressing a button and it's changing the RGB lights of the RGB boom arm from FIFINE. So it changes the different colors. You have basically, I'm just gonna say them as they go, but it won't be in line sync with this video, but there's red, blue, green, rainbow colors, pulsing colors of the red, blue, green, and purple, and yellow, and orange, and then there's their standard RGB rainbow fluctuations with the different colors, and it has different modes of the rainbow colors fluctuating. And I'm gonna provide some B-roll to showcase the rainbow illustration of the RGB boom arm, so that way this clip isn't as long as it really is, because this is actually a really long clip of me just talking about the boom arm and how it changes. And I'm also, I guess, showing you, I get in this part of the clip, probably the RGB from the microphone itself, and how there is a button at the bottom that you press to change the colors, and then you press and hold to turn them off. And whenever you touch the microphone, there's a color effect in that little screen right there. And then that knob, you kind of just press it in to change the mic gains, the headphone monitor gains, and the other one is for like PC output balance or whatever. But I'm using a MacBook and I found really no difference in messing around with that toggle, honestly, using that. So right now I'm just toggling. I have the microphone gain at maximum, headphone gain about 75%. And on Final Cut Pro, I have the gain all set at maximum because it's pretty quiet. And I'm not sure if that's because it's connected via XLR instead of USB-C, but I have to have the gains pretty much maxed out just to have like a good volume while recording this clip. And then of course over here you can see you tap the microphone to mute it, and you tap it to unmute it. And when it's muted, it has that red color on the screen. So that's basically the gist of it. And then over here I'm just showing the button, how you just press it, turn it off like I said before, and then turn it on and press it to have different color variations on the bottom of the microphone. So that's about it. So I'm gonna cut the clip from right here. Apologies for the audio going out, but at least you get to hear how the AM8 Pro T sounds in this little voiceover covering up the mishap of this audio going out. And it's nothing with this microphone that caused audio go out. I was recording with the DJI Mic Mini and I forgot to turn it back on. All right, so back to the video. So this, you could boom it like this, the AM8 Pro T, AM8 Pro T, this is how it sounds. You can boom it and it'll sound like this or look like this, but given how my light's set up, it's gonna cast a shadow on my face. Or you could have it set up like this and still show off your little RGB lighting and talk like this into the microphone. But obviously I have some shadows everywhere in this little setup of mine. So I'm not even sure where this shadow's coming from. Probably coming from the microphone itself because my one light source is coming from here. But leave a comment below how you think the AM8 Pro T sounds. In order to adjust the sound on here, I just have to control the volume knob right here and then press the button. You probably can't see it. And control the input right here to make the microphone sound a little louder. And he probably is a little louder now because I adjusted the mic gain and the headphone gain. Just because to connect it to my Sony a6700, I have it connected via USB-C to the Mac, and then I have the headphone monitor connected to the camera headphone area, and that's how I'm using it for my Sony a6700 setup. Now we're gonna see how it sounds with the XLR connection, and then compare it to its predecessor, the AM8, and see how they all sound in comparison. But yeah, this is how it looks when you have the RGB setup and the boom arm if you choose to boom it. Oh, I have it off right now, and I think that's because it got unplugged. God bless it. Alright, so this is the AM8 Pro T. Forgive me if I keep looking into the screen of my camera to make sure everything's looking okay. But here's the RGB lighting off the microphone. Here's the boom arm with its lights. Now due to my light setup, I could boom it, but my light's coming from here, so if I try to lift it up, boom it, I'm gonna have a shadow casted on my face. But you could do it this way if your lighting's coming from a different direction, because in my setup I really can't do that unless I have light from another direction to eliminate that shadow. So you could probably have it upside down like this. You could have it like this. You could set up in a different variety of ways, but how does it sound? Leave a comment below. Now we're going to connect it to an XLR to the Focusrite Solo Gen 4 to see if it makes a difference. Now, mind you, if you have an audio box like that, make sure you turn off your 48 volts as it does not need phantom power to power this. Just a heads up. All right, so let's connect it and see how it sounds. Then hook up the AM8 and see how that will sound in comparison. Let's go. Now this is different from like a AKG C214 microphone that I like, the one I have, where it's a microphone that requires phantom power to turn it on. Now with this, even if it's plugged in with XLR like it is right now, you still have to have the USB-C plugged in because it's not going to be powered by that phantom power. It requires just USB-C, and then you can connect the XLR maybe for better signal or more of a warmth. Because of my audio box, I have it to where I have it on air mode, where it creates a harmonic drive where it sounds a little warmer and better. Hopefully I'm gonna turn it off to see if it makes a difference. Now the air mode on my Focusrite is turned off, so leave a comment if it makes a difference or not. I'm gonna turn the air mode back on, and this is how it sounds with air mode. And now we have air mode with harmonic drive, which is actually what I prefer because it creates a nice warmer vintage type of vocal without needing an additional audio box preamp for that effect. So how's it sound? Now we're going to connect the AM8 Pro T and see how that sounds. All right, y'all, so this is the predecessor, the AM8 microphone. How does it sound? This is connected via USB-C at the moment. This has different features. So forgive me, you're going to hear some bumps on here as I'm about to grab the microphone. So to mute it, you tap, and that's how you mute it. And to change the RGB lighting, you would tap right here. I muted the microphone while doing that, but I guess it helps not have the bumps from tapping the microphone to change the RGB lighting. But it's a little tap right here versus a physical button on the AM8 Pro T at the bottom. And then you have your knobs right here, just classic. You don't have to, press the knob to adjust it to have it go to the different headphone gain, mic gain, PC output gain. You don't have to do all that with that. You just have to turn these knobs right here. So how does it sound without the XLR? Now we're going to connect the XLR to see how it sounds. And remember what I said, you don't need phantom power turned on, but you do still need USB-C connectivity along with the XLR connection to your audio box to work this microphone. All right, now let's try out with XLR. All right, so this is how it sounds with the XLR turned on. Leave a comment below. So this has been the test of the FIFINE AM8. This is the original version, and its predecessor right here, the AM8 Pro T. Leave a comment below if you hear any differences. Yeah, shout out to FIFINE for sending this out and collaborating with me once more. Really appreciate the collaborations over the years, and I'm definitely feeling this boom arm. I definitely like the RGB effects. You can never go wrong with some more lights in the studio. So yeah, this has been Tech Reviews. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this. Peace.